Muted.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Lesser Saints Discord, your one and only official pre-show to the YouTube Saints.
Woohoo!
Yeah. I'm Jables, with me as always is Rimshee, doing the same old things. We're gonna keep things a little lighthearted today, because the news has been frustrating as of late, so to say. Any Discord news?
Well, we've got that poll going on right now. Let's head back up to the server announcements real quick. After the town hall, of course, the mods had their mod meeting. That was last week. We had town halls will now be the second Sunday of each month moving forward. Exact times may change, and the exact day potentially will change, but it probably won't. We now have a new channel, LFG and announcements, so that's primarily for gaming stuff. If you're looking for a game, post it in LFG and announcements. That's also what the at mentionable gaming rules are for. So tag everyone in the Destiny gaming role, and you'll reach everyone who plays Destiny, whether you know they play it or not. Game list minimum numbers have been up to 3 as opposed to the 2 it was, but along with that, the minimum number of requests required to get a game added has dropped from 4 to 3. And then we also have a straw poll up to see if you guys want a music channel. Viewing the results right now, there are only 34 votes out of however many people actually are regulars on the Discord. I don't have an exact number for that. It's so
That's
amorphous.
that's more votes than I thought we were gonna get, so that's a plus.
Um,
And the music channel, it's more of a music bot channel, so you can listen to music while you're chatting.
yeah, it's all voluntary. You don't have to join. You don't have to not join. Um, and then the only other thing we have is on Sunday, everyone in the server will be applied with a role that says that says something along the lines of has not agreed to the rules or something. Don't worry about it. If you're a regular, just put your just type in the tilde accept in the welcome and rules, and it'll automatically be removed. That's just so that new people coming in will will have to do that in order to engage with the rest of the server, and we have a sort of understanding that everyone who is in the server has accepted the rules, whether or not they've actually read them. And as it says in the rules, ignorance is no excuse. Now, it's really not.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. It's just something for everyone. It's a one-time thing you'll have to deal with, and after that you can forget about it entirely.
Yep. Yeah, sort of like how Dink's server has his rules. Can't join. Oops. Yeah, like how Dink has his rules so that you essentially can't rat them out, or you know what you're getting into. All right.
All right, and I think that's everything on Discord, which was a fair amount. We now that the show is after the town hall by a week, roughly, it I have to remember to look over those when we do the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah, I think that's it. Other than Nick, you better stop streaming, motherfucker. um. Yeah. All
Is he
right. Well,
still
let's.
streaming?
I don't know. I didn't even look. Maybe. Chat. Let us know if he's still streaming, and then
Yeah, it looks like he is.
that motherfucker. He knows. Do this every week. All right. Let's hop into the news.
All right.
We're going to space.
Going to space.
Yeah. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. I have no problem with that. Hayabusa 2 rovers send new images from the surface of this is an asteroid, I believe. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Ryugu.
Ryugu.
Japan Space
Ryugu.
Agency, JAXA. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Has released new images from the robot rovers it has deployed to the surface of an asteroid. The photos reveal new details of the surface of the space rock, which is known as Ryugu. On 21 September, the rovers were released on the surface by the mothership Hayabusa 2. Hayabusa 2 reached Ryugu in June after a 3.5-year journey. I gotta say, I love how these scientists have the patience to wait for 3.5 years. Not to mention the time it takes to actually communicate with their rovers and their mothership, as they're calling it.
Oh,
Especially
you know
considering
they're just itching.
most people get pissed off at their boyfriends if they don't answer after 2 seconds. This is not by current personal experience. This has happened in the past, though.
Yeah, it is. It's happened to me in the past too. Or like 2 minutes later, why didn't you text me back? What are you doing? But another, like, those scientists are just itching for 3 years straight.
Oh God, yeah.
They got to set up on their calendar. They got alarms set for the day before.
At least they get to
Yeah.
be excited as if it was Christmas, like they were a little kid again.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's super cool. And these images are really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, here's the first one, which is that's fascinating. And I'll pause on each one as we get there. Uh, the pictures show in clear relief the rugged, boulder-strewn landscape of this striking solar system body. The robots, known as Rover 1A and Rover 1B, are now both confirmed to be working on the surface of the space rock. The 1 kilogram autonomous rovers move about by hopping, using the asteroid's low gravity. Each one contains a motor-powered internal mass that rotates to generate force, propelling the robot across the surface.
that's pretty cool.
That
Actually.
that is really cool. Here we go. Here's this one.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
What's
This
on
one,
top, like setting it up so that they're hopping?
yeah,
The other achievement is they aimed at the rovers to hit the asteroid. That's a lot of trip planning.
well, they didn't land the rovers themselves directly. They put the rovers within a mothership and landed the mothership, and then the rovers climbed out.
Well, same thing.
Still impressive.
Yeah, to land on an asteroid, like, it's impressive to land on a planet. Elon Musk missed Mars with his car. That car was supposed to go to Mars. In case you didn't know.
Yeah, here's some video footage too. I wonder how long this is. It's 15. The movie has 15 frames, so it's probably not very long.
Yeah, I haven't watched this yet. So
Yeah, it's a 1 frame per second. So it's a 15-second video. But this is really cool. The space nerd in me is like geeking out a little, I must admit.
oh yeah. Yeah, when I noticed this and then the other one that we're gonna be doing too, like I was super stoked.
On Friday, Hayabusa 2 descended to about 60 meters in order to release the rovers, which had been stored in containers on the base of the spacecraft. Oh, so it actually never landed itself.
They just shat him out.
Yeah.
Just a little plunk plunk.
Through
Oh.
2 anuses, apparently. Uh,
Right.
one of the principal concerns for deployment was Ryugu's rougher-than-expected surface, which is carpeted with boulders and has very few smooth patches. Uh,
Yeah.
Hayabusa 2 approach animation through some incomplete images skipped. I'm curious about this one. How long's this one? Oh,
Uh,
it's just a GIF.
yeah, it's just an animation of the whole approach, how it happened.
That's pretty cool. The 1 kilogram rovers are equipped with wide angle and stereo cameras to send back pictures. Spine like projections from the edges of the hoppers are sensors that will measure the surface temperatures on the asteroid. The 900-meter wide space rock, known formally as 162173 Ryugu, belongs to a particularly primitive type of asteroid. It is thought to be a relic left over from the early days of our solar system, so studying it could shed light on the origin and evolution of our own planet. Ooh. This is a cool shot too. This is obviously from up in the non-existent atmosphere. Still really cool. And then what the hell's this? Oh, this is the fucking these are the fucking rovers. The Minerva 2-1 rovers move by hopping around in Ryugu's low gravity. That's really cool. That's an image of the rovers right there at the end. And Jables is having a little bit of a shit show with something. Discord or his computer crashed, it looks like. So he is going to restart that, I would assume. But apparently I have to carry the show, which I know is nothing any of you want. Oh, his internet or Discord crashed. He's not sure which. He needs to restart Discord, I'm sure. But in the meantime, we could always move on to our next one, which is based on the title, this one's fascinating. And I'm just waiting for Jables to pull his head out of his ass. But I'll just get started. Alright, NASA is heightening the search for alien life by using technosignatures. What is going on with this? Is this... Okay, no, it's not cutting anything off. Good. If ET is out there, NASA thinks it has a new way to find him, tracking the time he spends on his iPhone. Okay, Fox News is out of touch. Okay, let's bring in Fran Man real quick, cause fuck it, why not? Hello, Fran Man. Are you having issues too?
Oh, yeah, no. How's it going? I forgot I was on push to talk. Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
Not bad. I'm sending you the article right now so that you can follow along until Jables gets back, but you can hang out nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna continue with this article.
Sounds good, man. NASA trying to find ET. Well, you said Fox News. This is a Fox News article?
Oh yeah, it's a Fox News article. But
Jesus Christ.
the only reason I make that statement is because of this first line. If ET is out there, NASA thinks it has a new way to find him, tracking the time he spends on his iPhone. Come on, let's be serious. If ET exists, he's using Android. iPhone
Damn
is
straight.
so primitive.
Damn it, I was about to say the same thing. And if it's not ET, if he's not using a Samsung, screw iPhone, he's using Windows.
Yeah.
He'll end up with a Windows phone before he ends up with iPhone. You said you're sending me the
Yeah, I already
is
did.
it in the Oh, I see how this works. I've never actually done a live call on Discord. This is kind of neat.
Well, if you want to go ahead and start reading that,
Yeah.
I'll
start at the beginning?
Yeah, feel free to start at the beginning.
All right. If ET is out there, NASA thinks it has a new way to find him. Cutting through ads before you get back to the regular article. Sorry about that. Tracking the time he spends on his iPhone. NASA is upping the search for whether we are allowed in the universe using new tools. Alone in the universe. Thank you. Yeah, we are definitely alive, but who knows for how long at this point. Using new tools in an effort to find techno-signatures that may emanate from advanced civilizations. The government space agency is hosting a workshop in Houston to utilize techno-signature signs or signals, it says, could be evidence of a technologically advanced civilization. Okay.
Kind of interesting stuff, huh?
Yeah, that is actually a really neat idea as to how they could potentially capture any other civilizations. I mean, SETI needs some sort of, new thing.
Yeah,
Who
it
knows
needs a
what
good
their
push.
budget is at this point.
Yeah, we had the WoW signal, but that was never replicated, and who knows what the hell that eventually turned into.
Yeah. Let's see.
And yes, Hans, I get. I don't disagree. Apparently, the issue with the Windows Phone was that they did too little, too late. And is Jables back now? Well, he's at least in the call. Who knows if he's actually back?
I'm back.
There we go.
Hey!
Back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, Fran Man.
For a second, Jables, how do you feel?
By the way, Fran Man, send me the image you'd want to be displayed on screen.
Oh, just use my
Well, if I get the original, that's easier.
Understood.
All right.
Here, give me 1 sec.
Yeah,
you guys
not a
go
problem.
ahead and talk.
I will continue reading this. Techno-signatures are signs or signals which, if observed, would allow us to infer the existence of technological life elsewhere in the universe,
I'm not the
NASA
only one
said
who makes these
on
reading
its
errors.
website. The best known techno-signatures are radio signals, but there are many others that have not been explored fully. Under the scope of looking for extraterrestrials, techno-signatures have generally been limited to communication signals, but any kind of evidence such as radio or laser emissions, signs of massive structures, or an atmosphere full of pollutants could imply intelligence, NASA said. Gee, what makes you think that that an atmosphere full of pollutants would indicate life?
Yeah.
No idea. No idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because, we haven't been polluting this planet, obviously, so...
That's true. I mean, you asked, what was it? I'm sure you guys saw Elon Musk when he was on Rogan talking about the amount of shit that is surrounding our planet right now.
Oh, yeah. And now there's no efforts to clean it up?
No efforts whatsoever to clean it up.
Why would there be?
Okay.
I mean, right now it's not an issue. You can track it, but give it just a few years.
Give it time to speed up, and that's going to be an even bigger problem.
Yeah, I mean, you have to time out, like, when you're going into space based on the debris. So, I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
Just give it you're right. I mean, give it a few more years. I mean, it's going to be a massive problem.
Yeah, it's not as big of an issue as it could be right now, but just give it time.
Give it time, and also think too about how many years has it been that we've really been sending satellites up into space. I mean, all things considered, it's not really that long. So, I mean, the rate technology is getting better, and we're constantly, coming up with new and better stuff, that we could see that space debris end up going exponentially.
Maybe that's something that Space Force can do.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if you ever pay attention to Terminal Lance, he actually did a comic strip specifically on that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
funny.
Yeah, not based on the fact that there's a bunch of space debris up there, but based on the fact that every Marine ends up being an expert sweeper.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well, another thing. So we have two options. We can either clean up the space debris, or we can leave it and try to give ourselves like a really cool ring like Saturn.
I think a really cool ring like Saturn would be cool, but you still have to capture some of the debris and put it into the right orbit.
I still think it's better.
And if we have a cool ring, then at least we know where the debris is, and it's less about timing.
It'd be like that planet that they visited in Futurama, where they went to go do all the recycling. Yeah, there was literally a ring of debris that they were
call it an art project. That'd be cool.
Although, I mean, to bring up Elon Musk again, it's like, why bother cleaning up this crap? We're heading to Mars anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where you guys are at in this article already.
All right. We just finished with talking about pollution, and I'm kind of hoping to quickly find that space. Here it is.
There we go.
I am going to just copy image location. Actually, I'll just well here is
Yeah.
We'll pull it up real quick.
But really, start using techno signatures. I mean, that could make sense, but it also is assuming the fact that alien life has been, technologically savvy for thousands or hundreds of thousands or more of years, because, at that point, we're either dealing with light travel or we're also dealing with, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with the speed of light here, so I mean, they have to have been sophisticated for a long time.
Yeah, that's why I personally think if life is out there, it's more than likely primitive or on par. Well, not even that. There could be beings like us and stuff. They're just too far away. But with the extinction rates that we have, like, we could go extinct at any time. It's possible that they could have developed as far as us and then went extinct before they got to space travel. So, I mean, it's statistically there should be life out there, but
yeah, I put it on the screen and I also sent you guys a copy. This is beautiful.
So will I get to go to space if I sign up? Come on. Somebody take the other person. Damn it.
Well, I love how the recruiter's not lying. Trust me, kid, you're going to spend so much time with the vacuum of space, you'll wish you were back on Earth. Not in the vacuum of space, with it.
The vacuum of space. They created an entire military branch just to clean up space debris. This is bullshit.
Oh, man.
Makes sense.
I gotta admit, I'm a huge fan of Terminal Lance for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Alright, continuing on with this. NASA has several tools that it uses to look for exoplanets, including its $337 million alien planet hunting transitioning exoplanet survey satellite, known as TESS. That's a lot easier to say.
Wow.
Sometimes I think they come up with these extreme names just to come up with a nice acronym.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, can we make it a good acronym that's really easy to say?
It's called marketing.
Yep.
It also speeds things up in the situation room.
We gotta
Tess
get
online.
there you go. We gotta get the budget for NASA to go up past 0.01% of the entire U.S. budget. We gotta do something to get it just that little bump.
Space Force.
The Space Force. The Space Force would branch
now
off
you're
of the
getting
Air Force
military
guarantee.
spending. Boom.
Yeah. Because that would have been my idea in the first place. Is
there's apparently
do some cuts with military spending, and then apply that to NASA. But now with Space Force, you don't have to.
Let's keep going. Earlier this month, NASA released the first images from TESS. Included in the first batch of pictures are the large Magellanic Cloud and the bright star R Doradus, among several other planets and stars that could potentially be home to alien life. Fast radar bursts, FRBs, have recently been discovered emanating from deep space, though there is no explanation for what causes them. Most recently, unusual and mysterious radio bursts were detected 3 billion light years away from Earth, thanks to an artificial intelligence program at the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. So, SETI actually did... Oh my god!
Yep, that's when you saw the first images of TESS, just based on the recent Twitter shit, I had to... It was that. That was the image that popped into my
head. We can't put that on the screen, friend.
Next shit post. Okay, all right,
put it in not safe for work.
I just put it in the call, dude.
Yeah, put it in not safe for work.
No. Yeah, but saying, it's so that we can tell people where to find it.
Fair enough. Yeah, go to
YouTube because we're not going to call everybody
go to the not safe for work. It's a very lewd, we'll say, picture of Tess Holiday. One can only hope that the satellite is larger than her.
Holy shit. I'm going to let that one lie.
It's a joke. Just a joke.
Complex.
You can't joke about such things, man. It's 2018. Come on.
It's current year. Thanks, John Oliver.
I mean, come on. I can't say anything. Complex life may evolve into cognitive systems that can employ technology in ways that may be observable, NASA wrote in its 2015 Astrobiology Strategy paper. Nobody knows the probability, but we know that it is not zero. The probability not being zero makes a lot of sense when you're working with probabilities.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We've already hit that. I mean, it is entirely likely that there is some form of life living out there. It's just a matter of how.
Yeah, I mean.
How advanced?
Yeah. Because we happened, it's entirely possible that it happened elsewhere. And it's entirely possible that it happened on a planet completely different than ours, and we couldn't survive there, but they evolved to do that somehow.
And they could be silicon based on something. Yeah, I was about to say they could be based on something other than carbon.
Stay out of my mind, friend, man. However, it's not clear whether we'll ever find evidence of advanced civilizations, as put forth by the physicist Enrico Fermi, with his Fermi paradox, which states that if another intelligent life form was indeed out there, we would have met it by now. That's not necessarily true. That assumes that the intelligent life form is within a reasonable distance and has achieved a technology that would make it possible for us to know of them. and has done so with enough time that we could see the evidence of their existence. They could be evolving at the exact same time as us.
Yeah, that also infers that they didn't they have the resources to make certain things that will actually allow them to get into space or communicate, and it also implies that they didn't go extinct.
Also implies that they have the spirit of exploration. I mean, you know, that's almost inherent to humans, but who knows for another species?
Yeah,
we try to apply our characteristics onto potential alien life forms.
I mean, that's us anthropomorphizing. We do that pretty much anything as a species. I mean, look at pretty much animation in movies in general. Everything is anthropomorphized.
Yeah. And there are species on Earth that don't explore.
Yeah.
Just look at us, sitting at our computers, looking at screens.
Hey,
boom!
I'm exploring. I'm exploring the inside of my eyelids right now.
You've also been more places, I'm sure, than me.
Us looking at screens, that doesn't mean we're not exploring. I mean, we got to see pictures of a fucking asteroid earlier. So
that's true. I'm looking at a picture of a bomb with a top hat on it, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not physically exploring the world around us, but we can explore the exploration loosely termed. Yeah, the physical explanation you're talking about, there are certainly people who don't go out and explore. But if you read a book, theoretically, you could be told to be exploring that world.
Oh, yeah. I was going straight up surface level.
Yeah, well, I like to explore ideas. That's why I talk to flat earthers so much.
You're a braver man than I am.
That's a lot of fun. There's some good people in there.
I bet it is a lot of fun.
Well,
we got some good people. They just believe some really crazy shit. I mean, more power to them.
I'm cool with. Yeah. I'm cool with. Shout out to my new favorite podcast, Last Podcast on the Left. I just got done listening to a 10-hour series on Jonestown.
Holy crap, dude. 10 hours. Wow.
I have 8 hours a day at work that I can just listen to shit. So.
Oh yeah, yep. I did that actually, and hopefully, and let's see if we can get this podcast sponsored by Audible. Shill.
If we can get it sponsored by Audible, I would immediately have a book I would suggest to everyone: The Singularity Trap.
Singularity Trap. I've heard of the Singularity, but not that one.
No, it's The Singularity Trap. Here, let me pull up the information. Hey, it's if you know the book series, We Are the Bobaverse, which is We Are Legion, We Are Bob, followed by For We Are Many, and finishing with All of These Planets. It's by the same author. Dennis E. Taylor. It's called The Singularity Trap, and it actually semi-answers the Fermi paradox in its own way. Like, keep in mind, of course, I'm not saying like, oh, it's proof that the Fermi paradox is bullshit, and here's why. No,
what is that paradox? Could you explain that to me? Because I'm not familiar with it.
The Fermi paradox
I don't think
is that if intelligent life were to form it. If another intelligent life form was indeed out there, we would have met it by now. Effectively, if it exists, why haven't we met it?
Oh,
very Earth-centric view of the universe.
I could just read the article that we're on right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at that paragraph. Anyways, okay, cool. There's a lot of reasons why. There's that, another shout out to Last Podcast on the Left. There was an episode where they were just reading like creepypastas, and it was some alien species. Yeah, and one of the guys brought up one that was called "They're Just Meat," and the entire thing is a conversation between non-meat based life forms, just being like, "They're meat. They're just meat." Why would we want to talk to meat? Why on earth would we want to talk to meat?
I want to talk to meat.
Can they think? how can they think if they don't have any electronics in them? Like, is it just like a meat soup and there's electronics in them? No, they have a brain, and it's made out of meat. A thinking meat. And then at the end of it, they just decided to settle on, nope, no life over here. Bye. So, yeah.
Sounds like a waste. I would have talked to it and then probably, cut some off and grilled it, just to
Yeah, but you're also not a silicon-based life form that potentially has electronics within it. Anyway, continuing on. On the other hand, astronomer Frank Drake, that's kind of a weird name combination, created a formula in 1961 known as the Drake equation, which theorizes that there are approximately 10,000 potentially intelligent civilizations in the galaxy. So the topic is up for much debate in the scientific community. For its part, NASA says it will keep looking for signs of alien life, even if they haven't found anything yet. Although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, NASA is amplifying, exploring the solar system and beyond to help humanity answer whether or we are alone in the universe, NASA said on its website. And that is the end of the thing.
It's fun. It's fun. I like it. I'm glad that with their limited budget, they're still able to do some cool shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a rant, Fran, man. We're talking about Riley J. Dennis in that thing. There's nothing that makes it worth it. It's just ignorance. It's ignorance.
It is purely ignorance. And so we're not keeping, the loyal listeners in the dark. I just dropped into that little call chat there. Riley's nice little hot take. It's very high in Fahrenheit, but extraordinarily low in IQ. Christine Blasey Ford is braver than any U.S. Marine, according to Riley J. Dennis.
So send all your hate mail to you at Riley J. Dennis.
No. We do not endorse our 8 viewers now dogpiling.
No, I'm not saying dogpile. I'm saying that if you have an issue, that's who you go to. Don't talk to us. We just share the thing.
Okay, fair enough.
But,
oh my God!
That's something I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, I could get into that, but I'm not going to. I'm not interested.
Yep. I just figured I'd see if I can get a light take from you there, Rimshee, because I know you are a Marine.
That is correct.
And note the phrasing. I did not say ex-Marine because there is no such thing.
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine. Former Marines don't exist.
Inactive Marines.
Yeah, I have been out long enough that I have hit my end of obligated service.
Oh.
But I will never lose the title.
No.
Yeah.
All right, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, I was excited for this one. This one cracked me the fuck up.
What? Really?
Yep.
This is
gay penguins kidnap chick from straight parents at Denmark Zoo.
No, okay.
You got this one.
When I saw this article, all I read was good argument against gay marriage. They're gonna kidnap your kids, guys.
What are the zoologists doing with this? Where were they?
A gay penguin couple kidnapped a chick at Denmark's Odense Zoo while the baby parents went for a swim, according to a zookeeper.
Yep.
All right, this one's one you're reading, Jables.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. The page is still loading, so I'm gonna blah blah blah. Talking. Yeah. So this is fucking hilarious, and of course they blame it on the dad too. So, but
well, it is NBC, so why should I be
mom
surprised?
and dad were being neglectful. I mean.
Oh no!
Yeah, but moms are always innocent.
I've already read this article. So.
Oh, okay.
So a gay penguin couple. Scroll too far. So many ads and so many images that must load.
Seriously.
All of a sudden,
Yeah, that's why I use ad blocker.
Well, I have ad blocker, but then they have like their special ads that get past ad blocker for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It prevents the pop-ups at least.
This is why. This is also why I keep it open from the night before when you send me the articles.
Yeah, I thought I loaded all those up, but whatever. I am because I find them. So,
yeah, I run everything else, so he has to do something.
Yeah. I'm the town. What are you talking about? Come with the jokes. Okay. So, a gay penguin couple kidnapped a chick at Denmark's Odense Zoo while the baby's parents went for a swim, according to the zookeeper. The zookeeper, Sandy Hedgeguard Monk, weird names today, said the gay penguins wanted to be parents and likely thought the chick's mom and dad were being neglectful, according to Denmark broadcaster DR. The parents disappeared and the kid was simply kidnapped, Monk said, noting she thinks the negligence was on part of the father and the straight penguin couple. See?
That damn penguin patriarchy.
Yep. Those fathers just leaving their children behind all over the place. I know that the female is very caring for the child, and she is also very aggressive to us animal lovers if we get too close to the chick, Monk explained in Danish. I think the female had been out to get her bath, and then it had been the male's turn to care for the kid. He may have then left, and then the gay couple had thought, it's a pity, we'll take it. The zoo was reportedly going to let the gay penguins keep the baby if the penguins did not come looking for it. But after a day, they eventually confronted the gay couple and the baby was returned to its biological parents.
All right, that's good.
The penguin fight was caught on camera, though, and posted to Facebook by the Odense Zoo. There's a link there, Rimshee, if you want to maybe show people that.
Pulling it up.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep reading while you're doing that. After observing the caring nature of the gay couple, Monk told DR she decided to give them a second chance at parenthood. She gave the 2 male penguins an egg from a female penguin who would not be able to take care of it. Oh, that's cute.
No, that's actually kind of a happy ending.
Yeah, they still get a kid. That's sweet. But hey, don't let the gays get married because they'll kidnap your kid as soon as you take your eyes off them.
This is not about marriage. This is about adoption. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't even be together at all. If they're kidnapping kids, come on. I'm just joking, people.
Clearly.
I have to clarify that every now and then. I'm just joking. After observing,
there's no other way of us knowing that.
Yeah,
he's just
except 99% of the time that something comes out of my mouth, I'm joking. After observing the caring nature of the gay couple, Monk told DR she decided to give them a second chance at parenthood. She gave the 2 male penguins... Oh, I already read that. Fuck.
Well, you want to watch the video now, or you want to continue with the rest of the article?
Oh, go ahead. I got my place.
All right. Safe. So, let's pull this up real quick. I'm sure it's in Denmarkian.
Yeah, I don't care too much about the audio. I just want to see the fight. I want to see a penguin fight. I want to slap, clack, clack. Took her kid. You want to go, bro? You want to go? Yeah.
They're actually being they're quite protective of the kid they stole.
Yeah. Yep.
Wagging tail.
They're even nipping at the zoologist's arm. Be like, hey, stop getting in the way! Stop getting in the way! This is our kid we stole. Give it, damn
it! Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was fun. This is not the first time gay penguins have made the news. Back in 2004, in an article titled "Love That Dare Not Speak Its Name," the New York Times published an article about Roy and Silo, a couple who began their relationship in 1998 at New York's Central Park Zoo. The zoo's staff observed the male penguins engaged in mating rituals, including entwining their necks and sharing mating calls with each other. The pair were also observed trying to hatch a rock. Oh, I remember that article. As if it were an egg, which led the zoo to give the couple their own egg, which successfully hatched and was named Tango. Their story was made into a children's book in 2005 titled "And Tango Makes Three." Oh, that's cute.
So, check the chat.
He's streaming our stream now.
Nick, I see what you're doing, trying to take some of that revenue for yourself. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, increasing an audience is increasing an audience. I don't care.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, no. we're not monetized.
No shade. Just saying.
Yeah, at least he can get some money from it. We can't get any money from it. Well, I mean, we could if we opened up a Streamlabs, but I don't feel like we've earned it yet.
Yeah. So, who would donate to us anyway?
Me.
Yeah, you'd be spending your own money and getting less back. How is that surprising at all?
I don't know. I'd be giving you money.
Makes sense in some way.
Yeah, I'd be giving you money, Rimshee. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, my mom might donate money. I don't know.
Yeah.
She watches the show.
Yeah, she'll donate money through Streamlabs. Then she could be like, "Hi, hon. Here's money. I give it to you straight with no influence by other people who want it."
Here, honey, I'm gonna give you $10, but could you not swear as much?
No. See, she wouldn't. Well, she would ask me to do that, but her and I have already had long talks about my view on swearing and how I think that it's fucking ridiculous for people to censor themselves. My words exactly to her. Cool. So, now that Nick's going all meta, you guys want to see a seal slap a guy in the face with an octopus?
That was great.
Oh, he's not lying, which is the best part, because here we go!
Yeah. I've watched this video like 20 times.
So, yeah, this is just the video. Let's go and play. Oh, I should probably activate the sound.
Probably activate the sound and knock off that ad bar there.
Underwater? Yeah. Apparently he tried to chew one leg of octopus. That's why he swang really hard. My friend Kyle wasn't in the right place at the right time.
That was not an article I expected.
We instantly just laughed so hard.
Through
Kyle was
all
pretty much real confused all the time. He tried to act cool.
Yeah, this isn't a very long article.
Roaring,
so,
we knew
well,
that he was
it's not an article at all. It's just a video. But
we're not frightened, but we were definitely got
yeah, I just find it absolutely beautiful.
Nature's subtle cruelty.
No way!
Worst tentacle hentai ever.
Just the seal using the octopus as a cudgel, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I think the seal was just trying to bite off a leg of the octopus, and it just happened. He happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. No, I think that seal was pissed and just decided to smack him in the face with an octopus.
I wonder if he accidentally hit him with the the kayak oar, with the paddle.
Yeah. Who knows?
Shit happens.
His buddy was saying they were just out there to get some footage of some seals.
Well, they got it.
Yeah, they certainly did. That's what the shit. Go away.
Yep. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it.
All right. So shall we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Wait, hold on a sec. Still, dude got slapped in the face by a fucking octopus.
Fantastic.
By a seal slapping him in the face with the octopus.
Yeah. Well, here we'll go on to our next article.
Here we go.
Is...
Let's go from something light to something quite dreary.
Yeah. Sorry, we have to be serious at least once.
Did you say sire or sorry?
I said sorry.
I was gonna say yes.
I heard sire.
Yeah, where's sire? Damn it.
Enunciate.
Nah.
Ex-Google employee warns of disturbing China plans. That T-shirt is not well timed. How can I help?
Google, you're fucking up. Period.
All right, you want to go ahead and read this one?
Too. Who, me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to Fran or James?
Yes.
Yes. All right. All right, here we go. First paragraph. A former Google employee has warned of the firm's disturbing plans in China. In a letter to U.S. lawmakers, Jack Polson, who had been senior researcher at the company until resigning in August, wrote that he was fearful of Google's ambitions. His letter alleges Google's work on a Chinese product, codenamed Dragonfly, would aid Beijing's efforts to censor and monitor its citizens online.
Seriously?
Yeah, like,
well,
wow.
Aren't they not allowed in China?
No. Isn't there like some sort of social capital system that they have, like a point system?
I have no idea, but I know that online? Like Facebook and Twitter aren't allowed in China, and
well, it has to be heavily monitored by the government.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Google has said its work in China to date has been.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's not that they aren't allowed in China. It's that the government wanted to put restrictions on Google. And back when Google was owned by the creators of it, they said they would never do that. But now that it
before Google was thrown out the window.
Yeah. So ever since then, Google's just being a dick and going
no wonder
against
Google went to shit.
Yeah. Yep. Going against what the original creators wanted. So
bacon
the original creators have come out and spoke out against them doing the whole extra censored Google for China already. So yeah.
Wow. I mean that's something.
Wow.
At least.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. Ben Gomes, Google's head of search, told the BBC earlier this week, right now all we've done is some exploration, but since we don't have any plans to launch something, there's nothing much I can say about it. A report. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. We're not going to tell you about screwing everybody over until we've already done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we own YouTube too, but let's not tell any of the creators like what's going on.
Let's not tell them about what it is specifically that's triggering demonetization for all these channels and everything.
Did you see that Slingshot channel video, by the way? Anybody?
No.
The Slingshot what?
I guess that's case in point.
York's Brave, the Slingshot channel. He started a whole YouTubers union thing.
Oh, I know about that.
Yeah. So he posted a video recently where people at YouTube were saying that being demonetized has no effect on whether you show up in recommended or anything like that. And he proved them false entirely. And like, just by showing, hey, I posted this video, it got all these views, it got demonetized around this time, no views. I combated it, it was remonetized, got all these views again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, they're full of shit, like we already knew.
He was displaying his actual analytics and roughly the times that it got demonetized and after it got approved for monetization.
And we can say that because no one watches this shit anyway.
Yeah, we're not monetized anyways. So, and if we ever get to that point, I will be surprised. Because we have a smaller target audience in a small village.
Yes. What do you think I am? Some serial Republic villain? I did it 15 minutes ago. Y2K.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm screwing the voice at this point, just normal. A report by news site The Intercept last week alleged Google had demanded employees delete an internal memo that discussed the plans. Google had not commented on the staff row, but said, "We've been investing for many years to help Chinese users, from developing Android through mobile apps such as Google Translate and Files Go and our developer tools." It added, "We are not close to launching a search product in China." And then censorship blacklist.
Yep, let's move on to that and read this shit.
Oh boy.
I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. Oh, pause. God damn it. No, pause. Stupid.
What are you doing there, buddy?
Alright.
Oh, the autoplay video? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Censorship blacklist. Mr. Poulsen's letter details several aspects of Google's work that had been reported in the press but never officially confirmed by the company. It was submitted to the Senate Commerce Committee, which held a hearing on Wednesday in Washington, D.C. The topic of the hearing was examining safeguards for consumer data privacy. It's very, very corporate speak. Google's chief privacy officer, Keith Enright, faced questions from Senator Ted Cruz about the company's intentions to launch a new search engine in China. Mr. Enright confirmed to the Republican lawmaker that Project Dragonfly existed, but added that a product was not close to launch.
That doesn't matter to me.
They're working on it. Isn't that enough?
That's too much.
Way too much.
Way too much.
Yeah. Don't censor shit.
Oh yeah, don't censor shit. Representatives from AT&T, Apple, Twitter, and Amazon also took part in the hearing, most of which centered on whether there was a need for a new federal data privacy law.
It's times like this that I wish I had a shit ton of money. That way I could just buy up companies and be like, nope, fuck you, you're gonna be good again.
Not just that, take that money, put it into the lawmakers and say, hey, you know, we need a internet bill of rights.
Agreed. You sound like you watch Styx.
Yeah.
I don't watch Styx.
He's been really pushing that lately.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I mean, I heard the idea and I heard the general, like, kind of what sorts of things it would cover, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. That sounds like a really good idea. I don't really see any downsides to making sure that the individual's right to use the internet is protected and their free speech with it.
Oh yeah. Well, especially considering like large platforms. Let's take Twitter for example. It sort of has a monopoly. It has a monopoly on some social media and whatnot. And
the new town square, as it were.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go that far. But one thing that's happening is since people are being banned and whatnot, and some people don't want to interact with Twitter, there are like more conservatives going to like Gap. And there are a lot of lefty liberals that are going to, I forget what those other sites are called.
Yeah, there were two that Will Wheaton went to after he left, and then he ended up getting excommunicated.
He got bullied
Mastodon
off of
was one of them.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah. So
they're both owned by the same people.
Is when people leave Twitter and then they just split up like that, it's going to create two different websites that are just
creating echo chambers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already the case.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, with blockchains and stuff like that, yeah, you are creating your own echo chambers within the platform. But I mean, now we're talking it on a bigger scale.
Yeah. And, well, one thing that also helps enforce that is the algorithms that both Twitter and Facebook use, that they try to show you the things you want to see most, supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just showing it in chronological, but also showing things like, see what you missed.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I want? Chronological fucking order. That's nice.
Yeah.
Have that as a default, if nothing else.
As an option
as
an option that you can select for it to stay that way. Because you can still get to chronological order. You just can't get to chronological order in a way that sticks it to chronological order permanently.
Yeah. Which is bullshit. Because I'll scroll through Facebook every now and then, and I'll start seeing posts from like 2-3 weeks ago, and then a couple posts down, it's like an hour ago, and no.
Yeah.
Fuck off with that shit.
Yeah, like, I used to scroll through Facebook when it was chronological. I always kept it on the chronological setting when that was the setting that you could keep it on. Since they started doing this mandatory, top stories bullshit, most relevant bullshit, I literally only look at Facebook when I get a notification from people.
Oh, I don't even go that far. I get dozens of notifications, and I maybe open Facebook once, twice a week, maybe.
I get
because I don't engage with it really anymore.
I open it up to clear the notifications.
Yeah, pretty much. I open it up to, 1, clear the notifications, or 2, see what my girlfriend posted.
See what other kind of normie memes my friends from back home are posting.
Yeah, I do that too. You know, I got some really funny friends from back home.
There are some good ones that come through there, and I've actually found too. I've managed to connect with some of the people that I would not have considered myself friends with in high school, but just through that platform, you know, I'll give the platform its credit. Like some of the guys that I definitely like, you know, I wasn't always. I don't want to have it come across like, oh, I was bullied, yada yada. But I mean, you know, that happens to everybody in high school. But one of the ones who would have given it to me, we end up giving. Well, I'm okay, all right, fine.
But that was because the school I went to was fucking weird.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I'm not saying like an incessant sort of manner. It's, you know, little pokes here and there, ones, you know, when you're off guard or whatever. But we've actually managed to have some really good conversations, you know, good like political or whatever, or social, you know, kind of general stuff, and find out that we have a lot more in common in that regard now. And it's like, holy crap! Actually, you know what, dude? It's good talking to you.
Yeah, I keep that off of Facebook, because when I'm having conversations with people about something serious, whether it's like politics or religion or whatever, I like to have voice conversations, because typing things out can sometimes take too long, and then they're already throwing a bunch of shit at you. You can't hear inflections in people's voices, so like they might say a joke and you interpret it wrong because of how the rest of the conversation has been going.
Well, in this one, it's more mostly like kind of they post something and I'll put a little comment in. We'll have a few back and forth, and then we'll end up moving on with our day.
Yeah.
I just it's usually sticks to the thing. There's not very much sarcasm, and it's usually also very cordial.
Yeah, you haven't met my friends, or my old friends from high school.
Fair enough.
It goes from serious to sarcastic real fucking quick. Because I went to a really small school, so a lot of us went to school together since like kindergarten.
Same.
So,
what was your graduating class then?
45 people.
Holy, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's about what mine was too.
Holy damn.
That was about what my graduating class was too.
Oh,
and it was a large class for that school.
One. I thought I had a small graduating class when mine was 170 kids.
Yeah.
Most of I mean, we all knew each other, but I mean, compare it to, say, let's put it this way. Compare it to my sister-in-law's high school graduating class. That I was actually dating my wife when her youngest sister graduated high school, and there was upwards of 400 kids in that graduating class, and their last name started with a Z. So imagine sitting through that processional, and you basically get to see every single kid except for the ones that go past ZE.
Okay. So let me put the size into perspective for you for a second. Your graduating class had more people in it than my entire school by about 50.
Holy crap, dude.
My entire school was K through 12, so we had like 300, 400.
Yeah, mine was...
Wow.
Mine was,
I never thought myself as like really small town, but I never imagined I was, that much bigger than like small town.
Here's the funny thing.
The town I grew up in was a mile by a mile. I'll talk to you more about this off air.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mine was a private school, so keep that one in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it does, even private. It's small even by private school standards. So.
Mine was public, but still that small.
So. Yeah. Anyway, continuing on with the article and the catastrophic failure.
Yes, the letter alleges Google is working on 1. A prototype interface designed to allow Chinese joint venture company to search for a given user's search queries based on their phone number. Holy crap.
That's not dystopian at all.
No, it's almost, hey, we're all walking around with our own individualized telescreens.
Yeah.
Given the fact that they're also apparently listening in on our conversations and giving us targeted ads based on those conversations. What?
Fuck it, I don't break rules.
Yep.
Listen to what I want.
I don't break rules, but that doesn't mean I want my privacy violated.
True.
Exactly. Well,
fucking Second Amendment, motherfucker!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Of course, the jarhead's all for the Second Amendment.
Yep. Okay, number 2. An extensive censorship blacklist developed in accordance with Chinese government demands. Among others, it contained the English term human rights, the Mandarin terms for right, the Mandarin terms for student protest and Nobel Prize, and very large numbers of phrases involving, what was it, Xi Jinping?
Xi Jinping, yeah.
Xi Jinping, and other members of the CCP. Chinese Communist Party, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was going to say, holy shit. Human rights are not Chinese rights.
Clearly. Number 3, explicit code to ensure only Chinese government-approved air quality data will be returned in response to Chinese users' search. Wow.
No.
So
the air not bad, the air good. You check our non-propaganda.
Do we go even further into the Orwell and say that is Ministry of Truth right there?
This whole thing is Ministry of Truth.
That's true. No, and what? No, Jables? Is it a little too cringy, a little too vernaculous?
I actually have a fun. I'll tell you off air. I have a fun story about
no shaded vernaculous, but he very much loves his George Orwell.
Well, I mean,
I don't
can you honestly say it's not relevant right now?
Yeah, the parallels are way too close for not bringing it up. It's I have a fun story about 1984 that I'll tell you off air.
Sounds good. All right. Continuing on, Mr. Polson said the sum of these efforts amounted to a catastrophic failure of Google's internal policies on privacy, as well as going against assurances made to the U.S. trade regulator regarding data protection measures on its products. Quote, Dragonfly is a part of a broad pattern of unaccountable decision-making across the tech industry, unquote, Mr. Polson wrote. Let's see. To finish off the article, Mr. Polson's letter follows a joint statement signed by hundreds of current Google employees against Dragonfly sent last month. Well, at least good to know that, you got current employees against it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I don't disagree with Mr. Polson. Dragonfly, if this is, assuming this is true, which, let's be honest, it's Google, it's probably true at this point. What happened to you, Google? You sold out.
Well, I'm sure one of our current, let's see how many, 11 viewers is Susan Wojcicki right now. We got to talk to her.
Susan. All right, well, that's more YouTube, but Susan.
She has a direct ear.
She has a direct ear, yes.
Sweetie.
Are you trying to bed her?
Stop, Susan. Stop what you're doing.
Stop
YouTube was
it.
Fine.
Get some help.
Yeah, YouTube was fine. You don't need to start adding all these things and all these algorithms to get people to see what they want to see. Or if you do want to do that, can you let us click a little thing that we don't want to be a part of your algorithm? Let's.
Oh, Cynic, you're wonderful.
Claus.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew that.
That's why Cynic never talks.
Damn it. Yeah. God damn it. Just infiltrating the YouTube saints. You think they're going to be the savior of YouTube? You should listen. Listen and believe.
I tell you what, bacon grease tastes so much better when warm.
What?
Don't think about it.
Spoonfuls of bacon grease?
Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
You put the thought into my head. I have to think about it.
Just think about how much how it relates to Susan Wojcicki.
Bacon grease?
When warm. I'm lost.
Think on that.
Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that there's fireworks going on outside of my apartment. I forgot. It's homecoming.
No, I'm not drinking bacon grease from a Tupperware.
That you just got out of the microwave? I mean, come on.
I think you are.
I'm not. I'm prepping the pan. I'm taking care of my cast iron, and I'm using some bacon grease in it.
Okay. So.
But this is just a horrendous amount of horse shit, ultimately. If it's true, it means that Google went from don't be evil to why not?
That's a meme right there. Don't be evil to just
Well, they also went from don't be evil and extremely pro-free speech to fuck it.
Fuck it, fuck you, fuck this entire thing!
And with that...
And with that, what?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hell of a note.
That would be a hell of a note to end on. Unfortunately, we've got another 13 minutes.
13 minutes? What do you got for us, Rimshee?
Well, let me tell you about the Jonestown Massacre. So, Jim Jones, at a very young age, was actually really fascinated into airplanes.
Meanwhile, I'm going to play the slapping octopus in the background.
Okay.
Lighten the mood a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, let's start with his parents. Jim Jones's dad actually had a lot of respiratory issues. He could hardly talk, and his lungs were all fucked up because of World War I. And so, Jim Jones's mother was actually, when she married his father, it was actually her fourth marriage because she just got tired of men real quick. But Jim Jones's dad his family was rich, so she just married him for the money, essentially. She was a wild one back in the day, wearing pants, cursing, spitting, not ladylike at all. But he decided, fuck it, that's a pussy I can pound. And Jim Jones's dad spent most of his days sitting at the pool hall, just playing pool and playing cards all the time. And I don't know how long I can go on this rant. Check out the last podcast on the left, guys. You got 10 hours of this shit that you can listen to if you're really interested in the Jonestown massacres. Unless you have questions. Oh, one thing I did learn, Jim Jones...
Whoa, what? When a bear gets trapped in your car.
Jim Jones was actually a really good guy at the beginning. Manipulatively good, but he was pro-racial equality. He actually got a bunch of restaurants in Indianapolis to end the segregation of the restaurants. Because he started this whole church thing. God damn it. I'm losing my place. There's so much. It's 10 hours that I just finished today. So, I'm not going to get into it too much. Whatever. Jim Jones was... Okay, so to answer for you, he had a weird childhood. He was a good guy, helped a shit ton of people. Moved to South America, and fucking killed over 900 people.
He was a good dude?
Was.
Yeah, he helped a shit ton of people. He had he turned his house with his wife and he adopted a bunch of kids of all sorts of different races. He opened up his house as like a nursing home for the elderly. He ended a lot of segregation throughout Indianapolis, and did the same thing in San Francisco too. He
Shocker.
just and he did a lot of good things. He could have been a great guy. And looking at his trajectory, it looks like he was just going to be a great guy and a great social mover towards equality for a ton of people. And then, I don't know, something happened. I think he was just looking for power. Maybe. He might have been
Fred
a sociopath.
Phelps,
Who knows?
and Fred Phelps was a human rights lawyer before he lost his marbles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Y2K.
Yeah. And,
although I like Yekno's statement on the bear getting trapped in the car. Yogi and Boo Boo GTA edition.
How do you drive stick, Yogi?
I don't know, Boo Boo.
Yeah. Oh, and Jim Jones was actually doing a lot of good shit prior to becoming a control freak, because he went down to Brazil for a while. And then when he came back, the church that he started had split and was almost entirely dead. And so he decided he wanted to be a control freak to never let that happen again. And that led to him taking on all these responsibilities and taking a shit ton of amphetamines. Yeah. That's why he started wearing the sunglasses all the time. Because he would take amphetamines when he needed to work, and then to calm him down, he would take Quaaludes, so he could go to sleep when he needed to. I think that's what really fucked him up.
It sounded like he had a good thing going.
Cocaine!
Jesus.
Nice little Metalocalypse reference. Also a great show. Guys, go check that out. Yeah. If you haven't seen the 45-minute rock opera that they closed it out with, you should definitely watch that.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back and continue watching that. I lost track of it a while in.
Yeah, it's only 4 seasons and then the rock opera. But they left it open for more. And Brandon Small, the guy that created Death Clock and Metalocalypse, he's actually going to be releasing another quote-unquote Death Clock album. It's under a different name, but that's because Cartoon Network owns the rights to Metalocalypse and Death Clock.
Well, that's weird considering Death Clock is an actual band. I mean, it's not the band that
Yeah, that was after the show was made that was a band. That's actually a bunch of other heavy metal band members, death metal band members that joined together to do the whole Death Clock thing that Brandon Small brought together because they wanted a Death Clock-like band to tour. Yeah. Fun shit.
Fun shit. You're just gonna rant until we're over, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Possibly. If nobody else is gonna say anything, then yeah, I'll keep talking.
I mean, I could always just cut you off at any point and say, "Have a good night, everybody."
Yeah.
But that is not this minute.
I think it's okay if we end.
We're going to back that some bitch right up to the Saints.
Yeah. Well, well, considering our last article was kind of heavy. In all honesty, that's the one we should have started on.
Whatever.
There's live and learn, damn it.
And finished on the octopus slap and Yogi and Boo Boo's adventures in the sedan. Oh no, wait, that was a hatchback.
We gotta get this right. You be very precise in your speech.
It was a Subaru hatchback.
I see you need the Subaru hatchback. You have to be very precise in the way you speak about things.
Hey, Boo Boo, you see that Subaru over there?
Here, let me tell that grizzly bear all about his dominance hierarchies.
Woohoo!
Alright, this is going off the rails. I think it's okay if we end 5 minutes early. It's
4 minutes early.
Oh, we made it. Close enough. Yeah. I'll just make the outro 4 minutes long. Randman, anything you want to shill or anything like that?
Also, before we go, thank you for the transitions. Randman is the man who made all the transitions here.
Oh yes.
I unvisually bow for such a thing because you could not see me do that. But yeah, you're certainly welcome. Absolutely. And you must also make sure to watch the YouTube Saints after this so you can see the transition work that I have done for them. Indeed.
What are the YouTube Saints?
Yeah, who are those guys?
Yeah.
I don't know where that name came out of my head and it came out of my mouth. I don't understand.
Yeah, where can people find that show? Too meta? Okay.
Too meta. Nick already brought us to meta by streaming the stream, and now Jables, you just jumped the shark. So I mean, yeah. Abort. All
right, abort mission. Any last words, Rimshee?
Remember, what happens Sunday is that the poll is closing, and the Welcome and Rules will be the place you go to get rid of that. The fact that you have a role that says that you did not accept the rules Don't worry, even the moderators will have to go through that. The only two people who are completely outside of that would be Jeff and Nick. They will be manually removed from that.
Well, I still have to do that? I'm an admin.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have to.
So, new term.
I don't like it.
I missed that part of this. I'm out of the loop.
Okay, so I'll go back over it real quick. If you check server announcements, which please don't have muted because that's where we communicate with you guys most frequently. I'll just read off the announcement. We're going to roll out a rules acceptance command so that any new joins will be required to type ~accept in the welcome and rules channel before being able to participate in the rest of the server. With that said, everyone will, as a one-time event, have the rules not accepted role added to them and will be requested to reread the rules and type accept as stated above. You will not see a response, but if you see your command deleted, it has been accepted. Essentially, just on Sunday, go when you see that most of the server is disappeared or wonky or whatever, go to welcome and rules, and the very last thing there is actually the statement of what to type. It'll actually show you what you need to type right there, so it's easy enough. Just read through the rules real quick. Some of you know the rules, and we still request that you read through them, but ultimately, all you have to do is type ~accept. It will state that you understand the rules. By doing so, you're basically saying, yeah, I accept that these are rules that I must follow.
And if you're gonna be a dick, know when to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more for those people that like to claim ignorance and try to get out of things that way. So,
okay.
Had a couple of those.
Yeah, we've also had a couple people pop in who were brand new and just literally were shit disturbers.
Yeah.
That's usually called a raid.
No, it's not raid style
individual. Either. It's an individual people that just pop in, just stir some shit.
Yeah. If it was a raid, it'd be easier to deal with.
Is there still going to be the muffled and unmuffled?
Oh yeah, those are separate.
Okay. Yeah, those are for different reasons.
Yeah, that has to do with your ability to use at everyone and at here, and your ability to text to speech and such things.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't use muffled all that often. We don't really need to. Which is how we like it. We don't want to have to use any of this stuff, but... And to be perfectly honest, it's mostly the new people.
Yeah. Alright. Well, with that...
Given the fact that
we... States of Discord. Oh, motherfucker.
Dude. I was gonna say, given the fact that I was just gonna say, given the fact that we patted the shit out of that ending there.
Yeah, that actually worked out.
yeah, it's perfect.
All right.
Thanks for having me on, guys. With that, we've been your Mr. States of Discord coming at you every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check out the YouTube Saints link in the description. I'm sure you guys already know because you're probably from the Discord. Discord link is also in the description. And those news articles will be in the description later. Everybody, have a good night. I'll see you in the Saints Discord chat.
Say good night, Fran Man.
Laters!
Have a good night, everyone.
Hail Saints.